Hello everybody, Arctic here, and welcome back to Infinity Craft. I know it's been a while, but we're back. I ended up doing something a bit off camera. Hold on and we can show you that. But we're also working on something right now. Although I see the sun's going down. Let's sort that first. There, we sorted that. Next up is what I worked on, and that would be down here. I'm adding in an underground area, and the first section I added to comes through here, and it will grow out more. But we have a slime farm, and it's very simple to get into. We just drop down here. Bam, there's all the slime we're getting just by being in our base. And then we want to go back up, step into the elevator. And I'll include some footage of it working because I've had a replay module while I'm out here, so you can actually watch the farm work. But now for the big thing on the base, and that is I've decided I want to do some renovation to the front of the base. I'm not, well, it's really to all sides of it, but the front I think is the most important. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do overall, as it's going to take a little bit of time to get a full idea of this, but we'll go through that together as we try to plan out what we're doing. I'm just getting the scaffolding laid so I can more easily get up and down where I'm working. We need more scaffolding, so we need the bamboo to grow. So what I have done thus far is minor, but we're starting with these, and so we're adding on these wings on the side of the lamps, just as something to give some depth to everything. And since they're all spaced out, well, most of them are spaced out by an exact amount. So what that means is, if I plan it right, get this one, that means I can make them meet in the middle. Like so. But then I'm thinking on adding some color. So I was wondering how. Take a quick step away. Knowing that the scaffolding's in the way, it's actually not that bad. I might bring the steps out one additional layer later to add a little bit more depth. But really, I like the pockets. I like the fact it comes away from the wall. So it helps to break that up. So yeah, let's get another one done. Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, because of this is going to the center. We'll actually go ahead. Well, let's see what we do on this side. But we might just have it end there, because either way... So if I bust this one and this one, I know what this needs. That is one more thing. Let's try. And so taking a brief moment from decorating the outside, I thought I would do something to help reduce the amount of shulker boxes I was using for in-city loot while not getting rid of everything that I had for the in-city loot. So we're now down to this little bit after making this nice little armor display walk. And I think that's what this room will probably be turned into, is something like an armory. I have a couple ideas for additional bits to add to this that's coming. But for now, there's one less box that's being used for things, storing stuff I can't put away. Because at the moment I have a lot of these that I need to just get put away in some form. So that was just a start to that. And looking at the front of the base, I am very happy with that accent. As we build up here, I'll probably actually carve open windows into this section as well. There's just not a lot I can do with them at the moment because I don't have anything up there to get to them. So it'll kind of come as we expand. But something I'm thinking is, of course I'd bring no building blocks with me, one moment. What I'm thinking is something like over here. But what I'm thinking is something like over here. Not specifically there, but let's find a spot that is. So we need to go above that. So that's going to be, as I thought, like up here. And do something like, oh, that's perfect. Literally perfect. We can carve this out like this. One more should be enough. That might go into the, no, that's going to still be below the next floor layer. So yeah, now let's go get some glass. One plus side about having not built up all of this is I can fly around fairly quickly to get where I want to. But if we do something like, I might change the color of the glass to something like dark gray or black. But this is more a concept than anything. I'm not the most aesthetic builder, if you can tell by everything I've done on my channel. I'm not really a builder so much as just, there we go. Oh, that doesn't look that bad. If we have a couple more of them, I wouldn't want to do them everywhere. But I kind of like that. It just adds some depth. I might make them darker, though. We'll leave this here as it is for now, and we'll come back to it, because I think if we could get some black dye and make that into some darker glass, we could probably get away with that. Get a nice run in from over here just to look at it as it loads. And yeah, I really like the life of that right there. That is almost exactly what I want. Okay, yeah, this is happening. I've just got to do a little bit more planning. And as I said, get some, I think I want to go with gray, because that's a little too clear. So we'll see what we can get. I also have a couple farms I'd like to build, but trying not to jump right onto them immediately. After getting some carpet and darker glass, I'm definitely happy with how that looks. Although this has now made me realize that I have some farms I need to build. All of them simple, it's just a matter of allocating space for them. So, we need bamboo farm, because I'm tired of having to do this it works, but I mean, it makes a good fuel and it makes good other things. And I have my furnace array that I want to have running. Need a squid farm, which shouldn't be that hard near the industrial district. I would like a new sugarcane farm. So let's go ahead and actually bring some sugarcane with us in our redstone box. And this kelp farm, because I want to build a new kelp farm. But also, I need a wool farm. So that will be going back and forth a bit while we get everything set up. I think we'll go for the wool farm first because it'll be the quickest and easiest, and then I'll do the others after. This might be a few videos in the making. Because the wool farm I need for the carpets, I need a squid farm to go with the bone meal that I have to make the dye. So I need a squid farm to go with the bone meal that I have for the dye that I need for the windows. I need better stuff for my furnace to raise fuel supply than just burning the logs from my tree farm to make charcoal, which is why I'm thinking we can do bamboo and kelp, because we can make kelp blocks which burn really well, and then bamboo is a good backup fuel. So yeah, looks like we'll be doing a bit here. I need to check one thing, and that is essentially, do I want to build my squid farm out here? Or do I want to build it under? Because if squid are spawning underneath and not glow squid, then we could just build it under the base. So let's take a look. It looks like next door is going to be where it's going, because it's not looking like there's any in this water. But I know for a fact, that I get squid out here, so I'll just focus part of another episode of just draining this and turning that into that. Cool. This is going to be a busy. Ooh. Do bees and squid eat up the same? I'll have to do some research. All right. Well, let's get to this. So I think we're going to do the. I keep forgetting that's in there and it's stuck. All right. So let's drop everything off we need for supplies and get to work on what's going to start out with a sheep farm. You ever get to messing with mobs and forget how difficult they are to mess with? Because it's been a while and you forget? Yeah. Been working on a sheep farm. I will be cracking this open to make every color and possibly maybe layer it. I haven't decided completely yet. But holy cow, was this half pain. I've just got to the last of the wiring. Which is simple enough. But oh man. So I just gotta come through here and what I'm thinking of doing is having a hopper come down and into the side of each. That way I can have like a hopper minecart just run through and fill everything. It shouldn't be that hard just to keep them full. So now I just gotta get this side done. And then I've gotta make 2 more cylinders. Which means I need to get a quick count. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I think I have enough. So, ooh. I'm seldom going to turn down the chance to lock any in awkward places. There we go. to wait for them to realize they can go through here. And while I do that, I need to just quickly... Oops. So it's glass I'm using there, and I'm doing some just... enough to make that too high of a jump for them. Alright. Let's just grab one. Alright, and then we just want to bring them all the way. To there, I guess. So I'm using all my rockets at the moment. So, I've done a little bit of work off camera, and, well, let's just get into it. So firstly, the wool is now done in a basically done state. You come into this building, here's where all the shears go for loading the farm. You might be able to hear the method of how I'm keeping the shears full. I honestly could get away with just one cart and maybe set it up on a system so I can just send it, but we might change that later. If you drop down here, bam, every color of wool. So now, if I ever need any wool, I can just come straight down here, grab what I need, and back out to what I was doing. And I'll leave that there for now, but if you need it, I'll collect it. Let's clean up. I want to do something up here. I just haven't decided what. I might do it like a shop interior. It's really just going to be for aesthetics, because this is where everything is. But once you come out, this is going to be either my kelp or sugar cane. I haven't decided which one, but here. So maybe we're able to remember that the melon and pumpkin farm is in this chunk. Well, I have decided that instead of having it just go into this weird, ugly system here with minuscule stuff to deal with it, everything comes out here. You can just see that flowing. It goes quick. I was going to keep expanding it, but honestly, I think it's quick enough. So everything comes into this pipeline. I could do it a different way. I just like the pipeline. It comes down. It runs through all of this, where I can now just do... which one is it? I do not have one set, so let's do that really quick. That way I can just do that. Just a time saver. But toss that there. Watch that fill back up. Actually, why am I doing that? There we go. Anyways, melon to here, pumpkin from here over, and then whatever's left over or anything else that goes through here comes down here, along behind here, and then through there where it feeds into the composter going into the rest of my tree farm. So this will still feed my tree farm. I need to come through here and stick some stuff on top of the hoppers to just kind of like kill some of their lag, but that's a future me thing. But otherwise, I have no excess coming to this just yet. So this at the moment has a limited supply, but once that system gets filled up, this will go back into its functionality. And I really need to pretty this up, but either pretty it up or hide it. But at the moment I just was going for functional, not pretty. So that's all that is. So next on my to-do list is very simple, and that is I want to drain that and make a squid farm, but I also want to just make the regular dye farms for everything else too. So I was thinking of trying to find a chunk for flowers. I know there's one back there, but I was going to see if I can find one in here at some point, just to get a flower farm. And I also want to get, what is it, bamboo, sugarcane, which are basically the same farm, which I'm going to do one of them here, maybe both, definitely one, at least one. And then I want to do a kelp farm, which I was thinking on putting in this chunk here, next door. That way I can get all the kelp into one place. So if I can do kelp, bamboo, and sugarcane, I could do one here, and one here if I want to keep this in the straight line I've got going right now. So we'll figure out what we do there soon. But at least in the meantime, another thing I want to do. I have the room for it now. Let me get some blocks to demonstrate. And for demonstration, let's just use stone bricks. That works. So for demonstration, let's just use stone bricks because that works. And something I'm thinking about doing is just like this. Do some villagers along this back wall. I could fit, what is that? 2, 4, 6, I could fit 7 back here. So if I had just 7 villagers on this level, all doing pumpkin trades, melon and pumpkin trades, I could just go, I need some emeralds, trade, and just fill up on emeralds. So that is a goal for future me, is to get at least 7 villagers over here, locked in here with their lecterns, not lecterns, composters, because that's what they'll need. There is a village fairly nearby, so it wouldn't be that hard. Yep, I have my wings on. It is just right here. So I could come over here, liberate these 3, and make a breeder with them. 4? Ooh. The nitwit's only good for the breeder. 5, 6. Might not need a breeder if I can get all 7, 8. I have them all here, I just need to transport them. I mean, I still want to probably do a breeder in case I want to do any other trades. But yeah, I just have to get them traveling all the way over here. What I might do, actually, is make a chunk just for villager breeding. Not necessarily the trade hall itself, but just the villager breeding. That way then I can go and like deposit 7 here for this. And wherever I put, like if I put my bamboo here, I could put 7 in my bamboo one for sticks. Do 7 cooks for the kelp, because I can make kelp blocks. Yeah, that sounds like a brilliant idea. Maybe stick some Fletchers down here on the tree farm. yep, that is now officially on the to-do list. Awesome. For now, though, I kind of want to get some work done on this or on that. I'm just debating which I want to do now, which is most important to me right now. And I need the wool and the dye for my base. Well, I needed just the black. I needed just some of the wool, the black and the red specifically for the base. But I do need black dye, so a squid farm couldn't go amiss. I also want to do a wither farm. This turns into me just wanting to make farm after farm after farm. But yeah, we'll see what we get up to. So editing Jane here to let you know that, yeah, I started working on the ink farm, and I was talking about it in here, but forgot that I already talked about that it was an idea, and just treated it like it was a whole new idea. So I'm just dubbing over this to say that instead, off camera, I just basically got to work on it. I think I'll do most of it off camera strictly because it's a lot of draining and digging. So unless people really want to see a lot of tedious work, it might just be better to skip to the farm building itself once everything's drained. But we're draining this entire section. So, because I've got to drain everything to make it functional as, well, the spawning. So, yeah. So, thank you all for watching. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. As always, you guys have fun. I'll see you later. Ooh, a shulker farm. Oh, that would be a good idea. That would be beneficial. Okay, anyways. Bye.